you off the beam, pretty super clean.
Y'all them niggas was the man, ain't got no money now.
To the dyslexic, his ABC start with K. And that fiend, K.
Oh, yeah.
Niggas piss poor when you.
Okay, what is up? Y'all, it's been a busy week. That's why y'all ain't really see me. Yeah, that's why y'all ain't really see me. How y'all supposed to see me? But we'll get back to that. As you can tell by the title, well, first off, what up? It's your girl Jo, TheeRawestJo to be exact. And as you can tell by the title, today I will be doing a story time. The story time will be in regard to the time that I found out that a guy that I was dealing with had a child. Again, let me say this disclaimer. I wish this was made up. Unfortunately, this is fact. All of this, none of this is fiction. All of this is fact. None of this is props, gimmicks. These are real people, real life, telling real stories, and I'm the people. Okay, so in the middle of me doing that, of course, I'm gonna do a quick little 1-2 makeup tutorial. Not even a tutorial. I'm gonna just really be doing my makeup, and y'all gonna be watching. But I'm gonna tell y'all the story because I just couldn't see myself really sitting down, as serious as can be, telling y'all the story. I just didn't. Ooh, let me close my blind. I don't like that. I just didn't see myself really sitting here, looking face to face. Well, not even face to face, but face to camera lens, and really telling that story in its entirety and not cringing. So I'm like, if I distract myself and do my makeup or something in the midst, it'll, I don't know, distract me. Burn mark, y'all, it's still here. It's still here. So yeah. So let's just get into it. So I'm not gonna tell. Oh, I don't know where to start, y'all. It's a lot. But timing. So at this time, when all this was going on, I was still an undergrad. And I had went to two. Y'all, I hate tying my thing uneven like that, but no, I can't. Hold up. No, I'll just keep going. Anyway, so be nervous. Is this nerves? Anyway, so at the time I'm an undergrad. Mind you, I went to two schools. I went to two schools, right? I had transferred from one school. So y'all just gonna have to put them together because I know people will be in the business and try to figure out who the person is and all this and whoop bop bop and whoop weep weep. The person didn't go to my school, to neither schools that I went to. So let's clear that up. So anyway, I was dealing with the person. If I tell y'all the time, y'all gonna know. Anyway, so I was dealing with the person, right, in undergrad, and we had met, linked, whatever. And just to make a long story short, we were on and off. Let me just disclaimer: we were on and off for 2 years, pushing 3. I'm not gonna lie to you. And when I say on and off, hold up, I gotta find my way. All right, back. So when I say on and off, I mean like when I didn't want to deal with him no more, when he would get on my nerves, I would cut him off, block him, stop talking to him. I wouldn't say block him, but just stop talking to him. Then he would hit me up and then just act like nothing even happened, like we didn't have just talking for the past month. And he'll just come back in my life and act like nothing ever happened. Like we won't just, you know what I mean? That was weird to me. Like I said, we're linking on and off for the past, 2 years? And eventually, I stopped hearing from him because I ended up finding out some very valuable information. And this isn't even getting to the part that we want to get to. I have found some very key information. I don't even know how to do my makeup and talk at the same time. Oh, okay, so what was I? We was on and off, so I really didn't think much of it. Like I really didn't think too much of it. Because mind you, at the time I was in nursing school. So I definitely wasn't like in a place, I'm not going to say in a place to really care, but like in a place to be like playing detective or like trying to figure out like, where's he been? You feel me? But once I found out this key, valuable, like I said, information, I was like, oh no, I'm done with you. So we didn't talk for probably, year and a half, 2? Nah, that's cap. Probably like a year. End up reconnecting after that year and a half, right? And everything's cool. Like he's almost a new person. Like he's not I'm gonna say completely different, but he's like grown, like he's more just my type of guy, like what I was looking for. I'm like, what happened? I'm like maybe we graduating, you feel what I'm saying? And getting out of where we was at. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know, maybe he grew up, like, I don't know. I'm like, something something happened. But I'm like, something had to have happened. You feel what I'm saying? So then I'm like, we're chilling, and we at this point, y'all, it's getting to the point. I'm trying not to tell too much of the tea, but it's getting to the point where I'm like taking him serious. Like it's to the and mind you, y'all, none of the schools, neither one of the schools that I went to or graduated from, undergrad, none of them went in like local. So one school I went to, I only went to two, but once that I graduated from the one of the two that I went to. But one school I went to was 3 hours and 45 minutes from where I lived at. Yeah. And then the other one I went to was maybe 2 hours and 30 minutes, which was still wasn't that bad to me, but it was definitely better than that 3:45. Because for me, it ain't even really about how long, it's about how you gonna get there. You feel what I'm saying? Like if it's 2 hours and 30 minutes, it's a little tangent, but if it's 2 hours and 30 minutes, or if it's 3 hours and 45 minutes straight highway, okay. Now, if you're talking 3 hours and 45 minutes and then an hour of that is straight back roads, straight up a hill, straight craziness, that's a whole other topic. So anyway, I said that to say that. So the 2:30 felt like nothing at that point. I'm like, best. So when I would go see him, y'all, I would go see him at like, and drive at 2:30. I would drive at 2:30, y'all. So I've been working this brow forever. I think I'm nervous. So anyway, so we reconnect after I graduate, and I'm like a whole new person. Like, this is what I wanted. I'm getting to the point I'm like, I'm not gonna say I'm like ready to marry you. But I'm to the point I'm like, okay, maybe I could start. Hold on, I can't talk now. I'm like, maybe I could start taking him serious. You know what I mean? Like, maybe I could really on a serious tip. Now, mind you, I know what y'all gonna say. Y'all was talking on and off for 2.5. Oh, I'm sorry, 1.5 or whatever. 2 years. No, we was really talking on and off for 3 years. And we being real, and won't talk in 1.5. But I know y'all gonna be like, y'all was talking that long, and you just now was being like, oh, I'm gonna take him serious. Yeah, yeah, because I don't think y'all understand. When I was at the time I was in nursing school, and if you don't get, trying to get my bachelor's in nursing, if you don't know what nursing school is like or how much work it entails, or just, if you know, you know. If you don't know, look it up. And then even if you look it up, you still won't know because it don't do it justice. School for nursing for like a year. I did a year of that. So I did clinicals, and this was during the peak of COVID, when COVID was turned. You feel what I'm saying? People was in the hospital dying on machines, oxygen machines type. So I wasn't thinking about, I didn't have time to be chasing no, trying to figure out what no boy was doing, no man was doing. I just didn't. I was like, if I got time for you, I'm gonna hit you. And when I hit you, you better be ready. And if you ain't, I'm mad and I ain't talking to you no more, because what's the point of you? And I know that sounds terrible, but first of all, men do it all the time. And second of all, I feel like that's how it was supposed to be when it came to women. We were supposed to be choosy. We the ones that made it to the point that just having a man's attention is just having a man in the bed with us is enough. Girl, I tell you, keep lying to yourself. Because the thing is, we developed that mindset, and then men started running with it, realizing, they thinking like this. So say less. I ain't really doing. Anyway, let me get back on the point. We relink it. I'm like, wow, this is really what I wanted. Like, oh, I'm gonna really start taking him serious. Start taking him serious, right? Don't worry about this brow, y'all. I'm gonna get it together. Please trust me. So anyway, so yeah, at the time, I really didn't have time to be worried about that. You feel what I'm saying? Like worried about what a man was doing or none of that. So I'm not gonna lie to you, my attention span was probably a bit off. But this is the thing, he knew that. He knew I didn't have time for him, or not time for him, but time to be clocking him, and he took advantage of that. Because I would go to, when I would go to his house or whatever, I would take my school stuff. Like, I would still be studying over his crib, like, because one thing about me, when it comes to a piece of man, they were, how can I say this? I had a goal, a focus, what I wanted, and I meant I was getting what I wanted. And if that was a piece of paper, that's what I wanted. Y'all can say what you want to say about college degrees and this and blah, blah, blah. But at the time, that's what I wanted, so I got it. I meant I was gonna get it. So when it came to a man, I didn't feel like if I was going to get involved with somebody, I didn't feel like I had to choose between him and my education, because no man, no real man that really care about you gonna make you choose. You know what I mean? I don't know. That's just how I was thinking about it. That's how I was seeing it. I just didn't have time to be clocking, and I feel like he knew that too, so he took advantage of that. And I guess he said, like, you be the one that be cutting me off when you get mad when I don't move how you want me to move. But I was like, when it gets to a point that you're playing the game, like, I want to see you and you tell me no just because you know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, get back, like, you're childish. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then it got to a point where it was like when we would relink, when we was in the stage, I'm not going back and forth, but when we would relink, we was going in the stage of back and forth, or like linking up and then going on and off, basically. When he would relink with me, and I always thought this was so crazy. I'm like, when he would relink with me, he would act like nothing ever happened. Like we weren't just beefing for like weeks. Like maybe it's because I'm a female and I'm like real emotional and I'm a little petty too. So I'm like, even if we make up and I let you come to the crib for us to make up, like that don't mean we made up for real. Like I just let you come to see me to make up. You still gotta like address it. Like my bad, I'm an idiot or something. You know what I mean? So then, fast forward. So mind y'all, like I said, I'm like taking him serious. I'm like, wow, I'm really about to, because I had graduated, y'all. Like I had started my career, so this was the time for me to be like, all right, let me see. I was already in the plans of moving. He knew that, moving to Charlotte. He knew that. So you feel me? At that time, before I moved, I'm not gonna lie to you, so I'll apologize to anybody I was mean to now. Before I moved, I was very much like, lock in with me now as my man, or somebody that's interested in me, or no, or it's hit. Because once I moved, I'm not knowing nobody from the city, and that's just what it is. He knew that. He knew I was, ready to move on. So I'm like, maybe he locking in. You feel what I'm saying? Like he knew we had gotten approved for this apartment, like everything. Like he knew that whole process. Saying I'm gonna do like, I don't know if I want to do eyeshadow. I might do like a little fall beauty. I don't know, y'all. I really don't feel like doing those because I'm really not even going nowhere. That's the tea. I'm like, okay, let me start really locking in. You feel what I'm saying? Like I had started going to see him more, and it would get to the point where it was like, I'm not gonna say at the drop of a dime, but like if he hit me and I wasn't busy, and at the time y'all, I wasn't even working, and that's another time for another day. How God looked out for me, like how we got this apartment, and I just started my job a week ago. We had to pay a deposit, a down payment, and all that. That's another topic. God is great. Anyway, I really didn't have a set schedule of much to do besides like maybe content stuff. So I'm like, bet. Like he would hit me and be like, come see me or whatever. And I had a homegirl that stayed in that area anyway, so I would go see her. Sometimes spend the night with her, and then maybe sometimes spend the night with him, like just whatever I felt like doing. So it was getting to the point it was like I was going down there to see him. He would send me money and be like, here's some gas, because he knew no matter how much you like a person, your gas don't run on how much feelings you got for them. So he would send me money, and I would definitely go down there and see him. And it was great. It was cool. It was great. I'm saying, it was to the point I'm like, wow, let me start taking this man serious. Like what? Let me lock in, right? Lock in, right? One of the times I go see him, we're chilling, cooling, playing Uno, and I lie to y'all not. I literally wish I could make this up, but I'm not. And it's crazy to tell because literally, y'all, like, but I have witnesses. Not like anybody was there, but like I have my friends that I called immediately right after when I found out the information that I found out and how I found it out, right? This is crazy to tell. We're playing Uno, and I don't know what we were talking about. I really don't, because does it really matter? But we're playing Uno, and he's like, something. And y'all don't try to figure this out, because you're not going to figure it out. He's like, something on my son. He's like, on my son, babe. On my son, babe. I'm like, hold up, what? And he's the type of man, type of nigga that joke. Kiki and all that, or whatever you want to call it. So I'm like, no. But then I'm like, he said it too confident. You know what I mean? Like, it came off his lips too smooth. This wasn't a joke. You know, he wasn't Kiki. This wasn't a joke. It's not a joke. This is not a drill, right? So, yeah, I'm really trying to remember because it was, I feel like I done blotted it out from the trauma. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, he goes, I said, your daughter? Here we go. It's coming back. It's coming back. He says, I said, your daughter? He says, yeah. I thought I told you I had a daughter, babe. Yeah, I told you I had a daughter, babe. So I just sit there and I'm just taking it in. You know what I mean? I'm really just taking it in. I'm absorbing it and I'm taking it in. So now the critical thinking part of me kicks in. Oh, let me ask a couple questions. Let me really see. I guess I should say critical thinking and the analyst side of me. Is like, let's start putting times together then. You know what I mean? Like, let's start lining this up to make this already don't make sense. You know? But now I need to be putting times together because now this is gonna make a lot of sense for a lot of stuff. That's all I'm gonna say. All right. So this is over a game of Uno. And it was literally the most unserious. It could have been something like I put down a draw two and I didn't see him draw the draw two and he like, I swear I put it on my door. I put it on my son. I drew a draw two. It was that type of scenario, right? So I ask him, I say, well, what's her name? Or what's his name? I can't even lie for real. I said, what's his name? He's like, Matthew. And he says it's just as that smooth. Is the person's name Matthew now? So don't even, I'm telling y'all, don't try to put this together because you're not going to. And I'm so distracted with telling y'all the story. I don't even know how what my makeup's giving, but please trust the process. I promise you I know what I'm doing. He's like, Matthew. And I'm like, oh no, it's real. You know what I mean? Like, no. This really isn't a drill, girl. You know what I mean? And I'm sitting in his crib playing Uno with him. Literally sitting in his crib playing Uno. And I found out this news, right? So I'm like, okay. So I asked him, I'm like, well, how old is he? He's like 2. So now I'm critical thinking kicking in. I'm like, if he's 2, we've been talking on and off for 3. He's 2, 3, 2, 3, 2. You know what I mean? I just kept ringing it in 3, 2, 3, 2. Yeah, girl, no, that's exactly what you think it is. You know? I'll blend that more when I finish contour. So I'm just sitting there and I'm like, this isn't a drill. He's like, yeah, he's 2. And I'm like, if he's 2, we've been talking 3. So that'll make sense. Because mind you, I told you I found out some information, right? Survival information nothing to this heavy, but enough to give a girl enough to leave him alone. And that's why I left him alone. So I'm like, okay. So mind you, I'm at his house and I was supposed to be staying there like another day or 2. Like he had told me this the night before I was supposed to leave. So it was like, what did I say? Yeah, it was like that night and then another night, I think. And I'm trying to keep it together, y'all, because it's typed in a minute ago and so much has happened since then, even with him. But yeah, so I'm just sitting there trying to take it all in. And I'm like, okay. So she said, math's not math. So it's just, I'm not going to say it get awkward. Because one thing about me, like, what am I trying to say? Intense pressure situations. Like, I'm really good with, like, okay, not reacting. Like, when situations where people will usually, like, panic, go off, throw, burn it. That's not me. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to keep it real calm, real cute to the best of my ability. So I'm just sitting there, and we just go through the night. Like, we just keep going on with the night. Like, literally. And I'm just processing it. Now, mind you, I think later It was either that night or the day. But I think later that day, somehow we end up going separate. I end up staying in his crib because he went to go kick it with his cousins or whatever. Probably because he knew, like, I'm in hot, like, I'm in hot water. You know what I mean? Like, it was just a lot going on, y'all. Like, it was a lot. So, I'm sorry, that was kind of gross. So, I was just kind of like, while I was at the crib, this is when it hit me. And that's the type of person I am. I like that about, let me finish. So yeah, that's the person I am. I'm like, I'm not going to respond in the moment. I have to process. Like, I really have to process the information I just found out before I really react. Unless it's like a innate, intuitive type of thing. Like, if you jump in my feelings, I'm not thinking about that. I'm going to take it there with you. You're going to get this, get out of you. But if it's like those type of situations, like, I like try to be rational and think things through. So, but by the time I had gotten home, not home. By the time I had gotten back to where to his establishment, it had kind of processed. And I was literally like, oh my God. This man has a child. You have a child. Like, and then for me, I'm like, everything's starting to make sense. Like, everything's starting to make sense where you was acting how you was acting. Like, it was just making so much sense, y'all. It was making so much sense. So eventually, I think we did text about it because he was like trying to act like he was done, like confused as to why I was acting distant. Because he claims he really thought he told me he had a child. So I'm like, I'm really trying to process the fact that you've kept this from me I'm just summarizing, like, getting to the good part. I'm really just trying to process the fact that you've kept this from me for this long. Like, how can you even? And in my head, I'm like, do you even talk to the child? Like, where's the child at? Because I lie to y'all not. As many times as I was over that man's house, I was literally over that man's house so much. And I know you're going to be like, wait, you can be over there. You still never. And this is true. But this is the point. Like, when I'm over there, I'm like, I never seen no Similac. I didn't smell no Similac. I didn't see a chew toy. I didn't see a pacifier, not a diaper, not a sneaky diaper, a clean diaper. Nothing, y'all. I'm like, there's no way you have a child. There's no way you have a child. So then I'm starting to put the pieces together. I'm like, okay, so I've been lied to. Now I'm trying to, that's kind of gross. Now I'm trying to get to the point of why. Why? Like, why lie? Why? Why take it? Like, why? So he's like, I'm sorry. I really thought I told you. I really thought you knew. Blah, blah, blah. So then this is to the point, me and my homegirl started doing investigation ourselves. Because getting clarity from men, they make it seem like it's rocket science. You know what I mean? Like, just explain to me how you've hidden the child for 2 years. We don't got to make this. We're not talking about how you was feeling. We're talking about how you was lying. So me and my homegirl, shout out to Shauna, love you, boo. Me and my homegirl started putting, this is my homegirl that I knew in the city, right? Me and my homegirl started putting the pieces together. She's like, it gotta be the baby mama don't want nothing to do with him. I said the same thing. I said it gotta be because there's no way. How are you not? You can't be in that child's life for one, and it's gotta be because the baby mama don't want you in life, and it's probably because you was dogging her, and it's probably because you was cheating on her with me. Is these the last I want to wear? I guess. I didn't even know it. Don't have a clue. And literally, I remember one time, y'all. I remember one time being. There's too much glue. I remember one time being in his crib. It's like 8 o'clock in the morning. I should have been in my own crib, but I won't. 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm getting ready to go to class. There's one thing about it. I went to class. That's what I'm saying. I was getting that degree. So before I get up for class, it's a loud bang on the door. I'm like, this ain't my hood. This ain't my crib. I'm new here. You know what I'm saying? You get that. He go get the door. He jump up, get the door, because he just as confused as I am. He jump up, get the door. Come back, maybe, 2 minutes. He like, oh, yeah, it was the man saying he needed to move my car, blah, 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 something like that. I'm like, oh, okay. I don't think nothing of it. Now, when I look back, I'm like, and this is all what I was thinking about. Like I said, this was all what I was thinking about while he was gone. All this I'm processing. I'm like, that's what that was about. That's probably was your baby mama banging on the door. You feel what I'm saying? She was probably pregnant with a belly and all. You know, and I'm in the crib. You feel me? It was just, but I don't really feel bad because I didn't know. But the point is, like, The situation. The situation. So then he's like, yeah, I really thought you knew. I thought I told you, blah, blah. So, like I said, me and my homegirl started putting pieces together. We like, it gotta be, she just didn't want nothing to do with him. It gotta be, he was probably the one he was cheating with. You ain't know, blah, blah, blah. And that was that. But the fact that I didn't know is crazy to me. But then it's not, because I can look back and I remember the time. I'm like, nursing school, I was trying to remember respiratory system, digestive system, endocrine system, and reproductive system. I was not thinking about no man system. I'm serious. When I had time, I had time. But when I didn't, I didn't. And that's why when I had time and you didn't appreciate the time I had for you, I'm like, well, you don't need to be on the roster no more. Bye. And I guess in that time we was gone, he went and had him a little baby. I couldn't even be mad because, well, no, I could definitely be mad. I'm not gonna lie. It's my first time. I'm trying something new, y'all. I don't know. I could definitely be mad, but it was like, it won't even the fact that he had the child. Because from where I'm from, everybody got a baby. Everybody got a baby. Everybody is somebody's baby daddy. That's just what it is. So where I'm from, I'm like, listen, that was whatever. But I think he knew that. And I think he knew she gonna want more than that. I feel like he thought maybe I wasn't gonna want to deal with him no more after he told me about the child. Sorry, I couldn't. I thought I was gonna do that, but we have to believe that a little more. I think he thought like I wasn't gonna deal with him once he told me about the child, and I probably won't. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, because, like I said, I was in nursing school. That would have blew me. I would have said, and it wouldn't have been no beef. I would have told him, well, congratulations, do your thing, because I don't do baby daddies, right? So I would have told you, do your thing. I wish you the best, and probably would have went to the baby shower and bought a gift, and not even been on no hateful. That might have been a little weird, but anyway, so maybe not. I might have sent a gift, maybe sent a gift through somebody I know. Anyway, the point was, yeah, because I got a friend that know him. So anyway, yeah, he knew I would have left him where he was standing, respectfully, especially at that time, at that age I was in. I was in my bag, y'all. When I tell you I was in my bag, I had transferred schools, right? Let's keep that in mind. I had transferred schools. I was new to the city. I had just gotten out of a really toxic, abusive relationship. I was just getting put on to like wigs and like stuff like that, like wearing wigs for real, different color wigs. Like, I was in my bed. I had been that summer, like not even that summer, like when I had transferred from one school in October. By January, I was at my other school. I had applied, all like did my transfer credits, made sure all that was straight. By the time January came, when January came, I was already at my other school, which is the school I graduated from. So I got a testimony. Like, I don't know that. I had that break. That's what I was saying. That break that I had from October to January, I had been meeting rappers. Like, y'all really don't know the half. Like, I was outside because I had met a homegirl from my job, and she was like a public figure on social media, still is, and we still cool to this day. But she had me outside, and she was like, girl, I know you just got out of a toxic situation with your man, like, or your ex-man, like, let's do this, let's do that. Like, we become friends, and it was strictly organic, like super genuine, you know what I'm saying? But the point is, by the time I got to Aver, girl, I was in my bag. What are we talking about? He had told me he had a child on the way on one of our breaks or whatever. I don't know. I might have still dealt with him, because the thing is, I can't do the lying. That's the part for me that really took me back. Like, that made me be like, I can't deal with him no more. Because it's like, not even the fact, I could, as a man, I can respect you coming to me being like, on some, listen, we was on a woo woo. As hard as it sounds, I know it's easier said than done. But I can respect you so much more just coming to me and being like, listen, we was on a break, like, I ain't think me and you was gonna get back. You blocked the nigga, like, I ain't know. I had a child. Like, I have a child. I have a 9-month-old, 2-month-old, 3-month-old, a baby on the way, just something. And then now I can decide what I want to do with that. You would have been straight. But now it's 2-3 years down the line, and that's the tea. The timing was so messed up, and that's what he get. Like, that's what he get, because the timing was so messed up in the sense of good messed up, because I was really feeling him. Like, I'm not gonna say he had my nose wide open, but I was like, we was feeling each other. Like, we was really getting to the point. It's like, all right, we gonna stop playing. Like, for real. All right, let's lock in. Like, he was really getting like, not what I want to say, like vulnerable with me, like telling me all about like his mama and why his daddy and all of this. Like we was really connecting, I thought, just to find out you've been lying to me. But you telling me you won't lying because you ain't know you ain't tell me. Like that's boy, and I'm supposed to be dumb enough to believe it. It's not giving. So yeah, when I tell y'all, I literally stayed the night. The night I found out all that, he came home from his cousin's crib drunk. Turned me off already because I'm not already like I'm just staying here so I can go home tomorrow. Cause it won't bad to where I needed to go somewhere. Cause if I needed to go somewhere, I could have went to my homegirl crib, like cause she stayed 10 minutes from me. So it was never that, but it was just like I couldn't get past like you're a liar, like you lied, like I just couldn't get past it, y'all. It was just so crazy to me. So I literally, he came home, was drunk. I literally helped bring him in the house. I got in the bed and I went to sleep. And I could tell the guilt alone was starting to eat at him because you knew you lied. Like, come on, you knew you didn't tell me that. Like, come on. And part of him probably knew it was over. Like, when she really think, like, when she go home, bro, when she go home, I don't know if his cousin told her, what you mean she didn't know, bro? Or she done with you. Like, when she go home, bro, you don't expect to hear from him no more. So I don't know, because he was like, I'm sorry, like, are you mad at me? And this, that, and the third. But he was like saying, are you mad at me because I'm drunk? I'm like, no. But I knew it was really his feelings was like, are you mad at me because I lied? Like, come on, you know? So, I don't know, y'all. I don't know. So what happened? So yeah, so I stay the night, get up that next morning, and I leave. Like, I play it so cool. Like, we cool. Like, I'm not, you feel what I'm saying? He don't realize, like, I don't think I tell him, like, I can't deal with you no more until, like, I get home. And we're, like, texting, and I'm like, bro, like, I can't get over the fact that I feel like you've been lying to me about a child for 2 years or 3 years or whatever. 2 years, because the baby 2. I just can't get over that. You feel what I'm saying? And that's when he like, well, I thought I told you, blah, 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 all this, blah, blah, blah. I wanted to get into, like, well, are you a deadbeat? Like, do you not talk to the baby? Like, what's going on? But then he ended up later giving me the tea saying that his peoples see the baby all the time. Whatever that means. So I guess it's to the point the baby mama don't want to with him, like don't deal with him, but they'll deal with the family. Because I guess they said the family still need the grandpa, still need the grandma type. And that's what I'm saying. Like that's the situation I would want to know about. I would want to know what type of situation this is. I don't want to deal with no baby mama. Like I don't want to deal because I'm all for like however you treat a woman when she's pregnant. Like I take all that personal. So I don't want to be with no man that was dogging his BM when she was. I don't want to be with no man like that. Sorry, because I think about it like, well, how you gonna do me when I get pregnant? When we get married? Because I'm you up in the room. I ain't. But how you gonna be when I get pregnant? You know what I'm saying? And I want some snacks or I got a craving, and you acting like you don't know. You don't want to go get this stuff for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't nobody got time for that. So that was just a major turn off to me. We don't do deadbeat BDs. If you're gonna be a BD, don't be a deadbeat one. That never gave. Wrap yourself up. Don't be out here being no whore. That death never gave. I'm about to take my hair down, do one too, and I guess maybe finish the rest of the story. I don't know if it's much to finish, but I'm gonna just get together. So I'll be back. Okay, so this is the final one too. I really careful to make it as soon as I came in here. But I gave myself the benefit of the doubt because I'm like, I know it's because I was talking to y'all and I was distracted. I feel like it's just stuff I missed, but whatever. So, yeah. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Anyway, so, like I said, I still think about it because I'm like, I'm not about to, because you a liar, I gotta get, you know what I'm saying? No, so you messed that up, so I'm gonna still stay where I'm staying. But I just felt like we really couldn't get past it. Like I said, I played it so cool. Like I didn't wild out. I didn't go off. I really processed it, and I think it's because when he left to go to his cousin's crib, and I was at home or at the crib processing it. I'm not at the crib, at his place processing it. It was like I had time to really process it, And if I needed to cry, be mad, be like, what the world? Like, let everything connect, just soak. I had time to do that. You feel what I'm saying? Because I was dead shocked. Like, everything was making sense. I'm like, okay. But then it won't make any sense. I'm like, so where the baby at? Like, where the baby stuff at? You feel what I'm saying? Did the baby come see you? Like, because you seeing me every week. It was just crazy. And then I'm like, you're a deadbeat? I'm like, I'm dealing with a deadbeat? Like, it was just so much, y'all. It was literally so much. And it just, we couldn't get past it. Like, I literally came home. I told him how I felt. We tried, but it got to a point where we just couldn't get past it. That's all I'm going to say. I'm trying not to even speak on it, even deserve that much attention. But then I haven't got past it. It's kind of like almost old to talk about now. But I just couldn't do it. And it was because he lied. It was because he lied. I can handle things happening. I can handle because we was on break. And when I look back, I'm like, well, we was on break because I was on it. I was wanting to do the breaks. But I stopped talking to him because he was getting on my nerves. I see you. Like, it would be whatever. So I could have understood him coming to me and just telling me, like, oh, like, this is what happened, A, B, C, and D. You don't lie and hide the baby? I thought you was hiding the baby. You would say you won't, but I feel like you was. I feel like you was hiding that baby. When you leave out information, that's lying. Like, when you leave out key information that when we decide whether I would probably want to be with you or not, that's lying. Yes, y'all, that was the time that I found out that somebody I was dealing with had a 2-year-old child, and I had no clue. I literally had no clue. If somebody had came to me and told me that, I probably would have told them it was a lie and to go to hell. So, I'm not even mad at me because I was in nursing school. That's what I can say. Because the average me would say, girl, where were you at? But I'm not even going to be mad at me because I was literally in my bag. Like, I just was studying. Like, I wasn't in that world. I never was, like, the type to, like, fact check. But you got to fact check, girl. And I'm learning that even with being here in Charlotte. Like, I don't want to be... That's why I'm taking my time going out. Because you go out, that's the likelihood of a man approaching you, especially... You know what I'm saying? And then he could be somebody baby daddy, boyfriend, and I'm new, so I don't know what's going on. Just be careful. I'm just trying to be careful. I don't want nobody in my crib for real. I don't want everybody to know where I stay at. Like, none of that. Like, I'm taking my time of going outside because I already know how that get. And you don't know who's dealing with who baby daddy, who baby mama. Not who baby mama. But who baby mama crazy. I guess I should say, like, you don't know none of that stuff. That's it for the story time. I hope y'all appreciate it. Let me know if you want some more. Like, comment, subscribe if you want some more story time. Feel free. Definitely follow me on Instagram because that's where I realized that y'all wanted me to do a story time because I did a little poll. And y'all gave insight in regard to saying, like, yeah, we want to hear about baby daddy drama because that sounds crazy. So I went ahead and gave you what they wanted. So please feel free. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. And thank you for watching. Again, thank you so much for your support. And be sure to comment and let me know what else you guys want to see from me. Bye.
I said, okay, my infatuation and translating to another form of what you call it.